What's up, guys? Back in today with another reaction to Fire Force. This time with season 4, season 3, sorry, episode 9. Looking forward to today. The last episode, probably one of my favorites of the season. Actually, it was a much slower paced episode, but I really liked the vibes and the creepiness of the last episode. It was really good. Obviously, learn a little bit more about the sisters, what they were for. Learned that the old woman is actually a pillar. I'm not sure if it's the case that she was always a pillar or if she just took over now that Amaterasu seemingly has used up all of her power. Not 100% sure. And yeah, second half of the episode was very different from the first half, wasn't it? I like both though. I like the creepiness of the first half. I like the again kind of Dragon Quest like adventure of the second half. I did find a few people. I did see a few people really didn't like the second half of the episode, which was quite surprising. I've mentioned this all throughout the season. I've always really enjoyed the again kind of Dragon Quest RPG turn based kind of references and game kind of. I'm not sure what to call them. Like, there's a lot of details in this, especially in the endings of the series, that are just purely pretty much games in anime form. The sound effects, everything, it takes a lot of inspiration from RPG kind of games. I'm not sure why people didn't like the second half of that episode that much. It's been a constant throughout the story, pretty much. Okay, I quite enjoyed it. I could maybe understand if someone felt a bit jarred because it went from one extreme of extreme creepiness to extreme delusion. I can maybe understand that, but yeah, I quite enjoyed it. Do let me know, guys, if I didn't mention already. Do let me know what you guys thought about this one in the comment section there. And let's see what no idea what we've got today. I imagine we'll be continuing on the quest for Arthur. But who knows after last episode. Just hope it's not a person. I'm not. Would you call Excalibur from Soul Eater a person? I'm not really sure. I'm just like a little. I'm not sure what creature it is. Mole thing, big nose. Don't know. Oh, this is proper side quest material right here. Are you guys like that? Do you guys get the main story over with first? Personally, I like doing everything before progressing the main story. I'll do all of the side quests before the next kind of point that the story moves on, usually. Which sometimes doesn't work out that well. Sometimes you get a bit like over leveled from doing that, but that's just how I like to do things. A lot of the time, though, they will incentivize doing the side quests. One of the best parts of like the Yakuza games is all the side quests. Pretty much completed all of them. I think there was a couple that I didn't. That were extremely difficult. We gotta be so wholesome, man. Yeah, that wholesomeness just to enter the Nether of all places. Yeah, as I said in the intro, like everything from the soundtrack to the sound effects to the visuals. I wouldn't say this whole show is inspired by games, but it is a massive part. Oh boy. Let's hope these two don't lose their minds. I think that'll be okay. So that's the guy with the mask, right? Plague Doctor mask. I remember what happened to that guy. I think he just kind of ran off in season 2. I think like we should have killed him, but his body ended up doing something weird, and he like ran off. So we see this thing in the opener, don't we? Oh, what's that? No, it must be embarrassing. Oh, oh shit! It's a couple people. Oh, the guys we saw a minute ago. I assume that was a delusion. I mean, just. What the hell? I think their faces are all. What the hell? I don't believe this is actually them, is it? I just kind of assumed they were dead, which might be a bit bad of me, but I just kind of assumed when we covered the stuff with Arthur and his family that we wouldn't ever actually see them. And why are they like? Why are they doing that? So. I don't know why these guys strike me as the. From what I remember, they seem quite wholesome. Back again, it's been a while, but I think I only did rewatch season 2, and I think we did get a little bit of it in season 2 because I remember watching it. It seemed again, I can't fully remember. I think there was something kind of dodgy about it, but it all seemed quite wholesome with the family. But these guys just kind of seem like, again, I don't want to say anything too bad here, but they kind of seem like the nudist type people, like people that are just like, I don't know, like that type of like nudist kind of exhibitionists. Like they're obviously not, but like in that kind of realm of adults. I'm not really sure how to best word it, but free spirits. I don't know. Who knows? They seem a bit quackers. And again, we know Arthur, so is that any surprise? Indeed, they did. Is that ice cream? So they know the truth. Well, thanks for letting everybody know about this. It's not something you can just tell anyone, I guess, but they know so much. What the hell? How do they know this much? It took us fucking 3.5 seasons to figure out this much. 3.5 is not 2.5, I guess. More accurate. Yeah, I remember them living in this small apartment. Like I said, I kind of vaguely remember some of the stuff from season 2 covering this. Just gonna leave you right here, malnourished, to fend for yourself. Really quite crazy, isn't it? He literally like could have potentially died here. Considering how stupid he is, that is a real big possibility. Okay, maybe stupid is the wrong word for it, but how stupid he can be. Sometimes with stupidness, there's a genius to it, which I know is very paradoxical, but I think, not saying I'm a genius or anything, but I think from my perspective, it is almost a simpler and easier and maybe even happier life being less smart, to be honest. It almost feels like the less smart you are, the more you enjoy life and the happier you are. Couple monitors, PC, phone, bike. That was that. Is that a lemon juicer thing? No, where you put lemon on top and you you twist. I guess not. They had more kids. What the hell? That's so irresponsible. I mean, nothing that they've done it at all anyway has been responsible, but this, like, you leave one kid, it's irresponsible as it is, then you have three more after doing that. Yeah, I mean, we know he don't give a fuck. Yeah, but that would make you feel horrible. Oh, we can't take you with us. But we'll have another three down here anyway. Crazy behaviour. Like I said, probably happier that way. So let him live in his little delusion. Okay, well that was surprising. I was not expecting to see these parents again, especially I was expecting them to be imposters or something. Let alone seeing them know so fucking much. It's gonna sound quite dark, but I would honestly be quite surprised if they don't die or something bad happens to them. It is cool though, isn't it? It is cool. Probably would be a pain in the ass to make this stuff, but watching people make it is really awesome. Oh, he's even getting hand do it himself. Well, this went very. This is more successfully than anyone could have expected. I think, didn't it? This whole bloody ordeal. Excalibur. Also, I'm a bit of a stiffler in games like Devil May Cry, for example. I this is people are gonna hate that I say this, but I hate changing weapons. I always pretty much keep with the initial starting weapon because it's tough enough to learn one move set. It's tough enough to learn all the moves and buy new moves to one fucking weapon, let alone the other four. Oh, they're just gone. Like, I'd like to use like I think there's like a bigger sword in one of them. There's the Beowulf, which looked really cool, but it's just like slower. I like the really fast paced. How fast paced the initial kind of swords are usually in the Devil May Cry series. They're usually like some of the fastest weapons. Probably some of the easiest to use as well, I imagine. Again, I haven't really tried an awful lot to use other weapons, but yeah. To be fair, obviously playing as Virgil and using I forget what it's called now. Using this sword is a little bit different, but it's quite simple as well. It's not too many moves to that. Fall asleep before anything happens. Well, you don't want to say anything. Okay. Maybe the key is to have an app. Maybe we need to have an app to reach $1. Oh wow, it looks like I might be right. It's like a little monkey. There's his prior. Not sure if that's intended, but it does look a lot like the Northern Ireland flag, doesn't it? Okay. So yeah, thank you guys for watching. As usual, I'm not a big fan of this ending. It's probably one of the reasons I'm not a big fan of this ending is because it's the only ending that does depart from that game kind of like feeling. All of the other endings have felt, maybe not the first one, but the first one is my favorite. So that's an exception. I fucking love both the opening and especially the ending song of that first season. Fucking incredible. But yeah, this is like one of the only ones that kind of departs from that kind of game like look, feel, sound. It just, yeah, I'm just not a big fan of this ending. Yeah, let's have a little look at what we got next time. Advent. Talking about, that was not in this video, was I? Was talking about Berserk in my Polar Carry Diaries video. Yeah, thank you guys for watching. Good episode today. Unexpected. Didn't expect things to go this well. I expected some kind of force or something to kind of oppose Arthur and the Never here, but looks like that was just his family that we ended up seeing, which was interesting. Again, I didn't expect to see them again or them to be a massive part of the story, but they just seemed to know absolutely everything after being down here for years. I guess this lucky Arthur is the way he is, because it is a bit of a piss take being left like that, and then having your parents have more kids even though they left you because they didn't want their kid to live in the Nether. It's quite insane, but pretty cool for Arthur. I guess he's got some brothers and sisters to look out for. As I said, these guys are just absolutely mental, but fair play to them for actually saving the world, I guess, or trying to. Not really sure exactly what they're doing to save the world, but yeah, all the more power to them. But yeah, pretty fun episode today. Nothing kind of major here. Just like I said, fun episode. Just getting Arthur's weapon sorted out. I didn't quite get to read the note in full, so I do just want to go back to that. As I said, this does remind me of, like, again, when I get like new weapons in games, I always usually try and keep with the stuff I know, even if it's not as powerful. As I said, with like the Devil May Cry, I know there's more powerful weapons. I think in the first game there's like a sword that is a lot stronger, but it's so much slower. It's just like I'd rather just use something that's faster and I'm more comfortable with and stuff like that. But yeah, I'm that type of person, to be honest. Even when my like computer or something needs an update, I usually very much delay updating it, even though I know it's probably for the best that it does get updated. I don't know. I'm just usually, if I'm comfortable with something, I don't really want to change it. So I can't imagine Arthur feels the same, but I would feel like that in this situation, being Arthur. Be a weird experience. First time seeing Mackie in a little while. Yeah, what did this letter say? The surface was fun. We're going on another journey. See you. Your father. Okay. Brief and to the point, I guess. Looking forward to seeing this interaction next episode, though. But yeah, again, fun episode today. Nothing crazy here. But yeah, do let me know, guys, thought about this one down in the comments. Make sure to leave a like on the video if you guys did like, and subscribe to the channel if you do want to keep up to date. No idea how many episodes are in this season, to be honest with you guys. I assume it's 12 or 13. I mean, they're usually 24 episodes, which is a shame, to be honest, because I think 24 episodes for a season is perfect. I know that can be a lot to ask for sometimes, especially with the climate. Not sure, I think it was like between like 2015 and recently, where anime just started. It was super popular to be like 12, 13 episodes, and I get that, but I'm a much bigger fan of 24 episode seasons. I think it's just so much better. So it is a bit of a shame that this season, I believe, is going to be just 12 episodes. There is a part 2, I'm pretty sure, because this is the final season. So I do wonder when that's coming out. I'm not sure if have we had any news about part 2 at all. It is on my anime list, but 2016 January, so it's in about 7 months. Not a massive wait then. Okay, that's not too bad. I would have liked it to all be in one part, but kind of everything you want in life, can you? But yeah, thank you guys for watching. Again, I'll see you guys next week with episode 10, and have a good rest of your day.